Hey there, prophetic leaders. As we get ready for our Asia Immersion portion of this class, and as you prepare for your first review essay, there's a few words I want you to be aware of. The first one is synthesis. When I set up the model that you have at the center of your syllabus, one which has you making selections from the book in the middle and from two of the quadrants, the things I want you to know is the word synthesis is not the same as the word analysis. When you analyze something, you take it apart. When you synthesize something, you put it back together again. The essence of doctoral thinking is not that you are able to perform the analytical tasks that you've demonstrated year after year in your graduate studies, but the best of doctoral thinkers are pulling together a dynamic philosophy in their lives. They're getting a certain slant. They lean a particular way philosophically and theologically and methodologically and socially and culturally. This is about your development. So synthesis is where that part comes together. And one of the elements that gets synthesized is you, not just the books, not just the text, the articles, and certainly not just a touristic experience inside of Asia. If you experience these books or the professors or the immersion experience at the level 1 loop of learning where you're only a tourist in all of these things, then I don't know what to say for you. That's not the class we're hosting. It is at the level of synthesis. My confidence in you is that you've got the kind of experience, the kind of situational awareness that you can hold these texts which have been assigned and pull together something from your own life that causes you to see farther, to see differently, to see yourself. There are experiences that we have planned inside of Asia which will have that same provocative expectation and delivery. So a few technical things about that assignment. I think my instructions say that you should have at least 5 citations for your texts. At least 4 or 5 people have emailed me and asked me, do you want all of the articles? That'll be 40 citations. No, I'm not really interested in counting citations. I am interested in a demonstration of your engagement. So if you'll want to link those 5 or so citations to the books, feel free to go in that direction. That gets you to about 15 citations or so. But I'm not going to be counting citations. No adult professor would do such a thing. I am looking for engagement. And it's very obvious to me when someone hasn't read or when they've just kind of crammed something in. So if you want to take that approach, go ahead and risk it. However, what I'm looking for is a copious demonstration of your engagement. More importantly, I'm interested in a conversation with you. Don't ask me about how few things you can do. Ask me what we can do for you to get momentum through this class, that you can have an impact in your community, in your world. You see, when we went about shaping the name for this class and the program had this sort of emphasis at the time of its design, the recognition was preaching is this thing that people do behind a wooden block and they broadcast in one direction, and there are all of these willing and following souls just willing to gobble up what is said. Well, that's a crazy picture of preaching. It's a crazy picture of Sunday morning. It's a crazy way to make sense of the text of Scripture. I'm coming at this sideways. I think what is prophetic is that which speaks. I believe the community can be prophetic. It can be a witness. It says something by virtue of its structures, by virtue of its commitments, its personnel, all of its pieces that it puts in place. Speaks a message, whether we want it to or not. The question that I have for us is, what intentionally would we like our communities to be saying? What must they be saying? And what must we do when those messages are aggravated by those moments of truth in which we are failing, where we fall short, where there are gaps between what we have intended and what we deliver? The texts that I've selected for this course move in the direction of a synthetic approach, a synthesis-based approach to these kinds of questions. I'm looking forward to getting to meet with you, to sit with you, have meals with you as we work through our itinerary in Korea. And as we work through these materials, looking forward to it, my friends.